there's a difference between, there's a very, not just a difference, there's a very strong difference between wanting something in life and actually having the ability to get it. There's a song that is called You Will Win. And in that song, the singer says, everybody can fight. Everybody can technically fight, but who can win? That's the most important part. It's not about your ability to fight. That's an innate ability. If you have arms, which most people have, hands and some coordination, you can fight. But can you win? That's what's most important. Can you actually win? So when you're trying to get your goals in life and you think about, okay, I have goals and I actually want to get these goals. I actually want, not for fake, but for real. I actually want to get into a great place in life. Do I have what it takes to get there? That is the most important thing. Because if you don't have what it takes to get there, you're never going to get there. And guess what? When it comes to dreams, everybody can dream, but who can actually obtain their dreams? Who? Okay? So anybody can fight, but who can win? Anybody can dream, but who can actualize their life? Who can actually materialize what they want? So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. And the difference between people who just dream and the people who are able to actualize their life is your ability to be realistic about where you are. It's so easy, especially when you're a spiritual person, to think, I am so spiritual, I am so connected to the higher power that I don't need to think about things realistically. But I offer you a difference in thought, because balance is so important. Balance in life is what allows you to get the best of both worlds. Again, like if you are a woman and you are like for myself, I wear makeup, I wear nails, I wear my hair done, things of that nature. Just because I do those things doesn't mean I don't have masculine energy. I have to have masculine energy to have feminine energy. And I have to have masculine energy to keep what my feminine energy can bring to me. So when my feminine energy brings things to me, only my masculine energy can have me to keep those things. So you have to remember, balance is important. Balance is important. It's not just, okay, I'm a woman, I want to wear hair and nail and makeup. No. Do you have the balance? If you don't have the masculine, anybody who tells you that they don't know what's going on with their lives currently, like you can talk to women, and when you talk to women, they will say, oh, well, I can attract the guy, but I can't keep him. I can attract the money, but I can't keep it. I can attract the job, but I always lose it. It's because they don't have the masculine energy. They don't understand balance. So if you understand balance, if you understand why you need both parts, you're never going to make the mistake to only rely on the spiritual part of life and not on the real part of life. So in today's video, I'm going deep dive into the difference between people who can dream of a life, which is everybody. If you have a brain, you can dream, you can imagine, you can think about the best life you want. But only so many people are actually able to actualize it. Only so many people are able to materialize that life. Only so many people are able to actually live the life they want. Everybody is a dreamer. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to have a business. But how many people actually get those things at the end of the day? So when you believe in balance, you will start to think, okay, what does this mean? She's telling me I need balance. What does she mean by that? What I mean by balance is that you need to make sure that you're not lying to yourself. Every day that you wake up and you lie to yourself about what you can do in life is a day that you don't allow yourself to have the best outcome possible. It's so easy to lie to yourself. It's like, it's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. You can wake up every single morning and be so wrapped up in your thoughts. Oh, I want this life so bad. I love this life that I'm dreaming of for myself. I'm dreaming of this life. I'm dreaming of this life. But if you can never actually get that life, you will stay a dreamer forever. And the reason why you're dreaming is because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and you're telling yourself, I love the life that I'm living. You're telling yourself, oh, nothing's wrong. You're telling yourself that what you have currently going on in life is great and that you love it. You're actually lying so bad to yourself because your own brain can tell whether you're lying or not. Your brain knows whether you're lying or not. And so you want to make it very apparent to yourself that if you're going to be wanting to get something in life, to stop lying about it. Stop lying about the fact that you have what you want. Stop lying about the fact that you can that you can accomplish something that you currently can't, because that's what's literally in between you and getting what you want. Is because you don't understand, okay, there's a difference in this thing that I want and the life that I currently have. The difference is I don't have the knowledge that I need to get to the life that I want. But because you won't tell yourself the truth, you keep lying to yourself. You keep telling yourself, oh my gosh, like the life that I want is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is better. Like, stop lying to yourself. Tell yourself you don't make enough money. You don't know how money works. You don't know anything about your personal finance, or you need to know more about your personal finance. You don't know what it takes to do XYZ in life. Like, be so freaking honest with yourself that you are never ever gonna lie to yourself ever again. That's literally how you get to not becoming a dreamer forever. It's by deciding that you don't want to lie to yourself anymore. The next thing is, so after you stop lying to yourself and you start admitting what you don't know, is to stop trying to cover up what you don't have. If you are trying to do something and you don't have the money for it, or you're trying to do something and you don't have the ability to do it, stop trying to fake do it. Stop. Because all you're doing is creating more resistance to what you want in life. If you would just say, I really want this thing, I really want this goal, but I don't have the resources for it, that would literally open up your brain to release the resistance and say, how can I get the thing? How can I get the resources? That is what's going to happen. A lot of the times we think, like, if we're so spiritual and we don't have the balance, we think, okay, well, if I admit I don't have it, or I admit I don't have the resources, or I admit I don't have the knowledge for it, then I will simply just never have it. I'm admitting to not having it. I won't have it. That's not necessarily how the brain has worked in my own experience. The brain will literally say, okay, how can we get it? And then you just find a way to get it. So it's not about not having it. It's about being honest so that you can close the gap, because clearly there's a gap. Clearly you want something, you don't have it. There's clearly something in the middle that you don't know, that you aren't aware of. There's something there. The only way you're going to close the gap is by being honest, so that your brain can fill the gap for you. Your brain will say, now that we've acknowledged and released the fear around the fact that we don't have this thing, how can we get it? And then you start to work towards it. The third thing is that you're not honest about your actual resources. So not only are you denying the fact that you need those resources, not only are you denying the fact that you have certain resources, you are lying to yourself about what you currently have. So if you one thing that I learned when I was mastering personal finance is I would say, okay, I really want to master personal finance, but there's no way I can master personal finance and never look at my bank account. I have to look at my bank account. I have to look at my bank account. There's no way that I'm going to get good with finances and figure out budgeting and master personal finance if I do not. Like, there's no way I'm going to get rid of my money issue if I do not look at my bank account. So what did I do? I went and looked at it. I had to admit to myself, okay, you don't know anything about personal finance. You don't know what's going on. with money. You don't know how money even works. You don't understand personal finance. You need to go and figure that stuff out. And so I took months of a hiatus and just said, you know what, I'm not doing anything else but focusing on personal finance. And that's what allowed me to become a master of it. And while I was going through that entire journey and trying to figure out personal finance so that I would never have a financial issue again, I came across this one thing that blew my mind. It was money beliefs. It's crazy because everything you want to know about money exists already. All the money you want exists already. You just don't have the beliefs and the thoughts that can attract it, because you're pushing it away every single day by not thinking about it in the right way. It's almost like if you have a boyfriend, but you've been cheated on in the past, all you will do as soon as he doesn't text you, all you're thinking about, oh my gosh, is he cheating on me? He could be out getting a cup of coffee from Chick-fil-A, and you're thinking that he's cheating on you. So because of your prior experience, you allow that to dictate your future. So we have to stop allowing our things that have hurt us in the past to dictate what we're going to do in the future. And so if you can allow yourself to say, okay, I have not known anything about personal finance in the past. I have no clue what I'm currently doing. Every job I've ever had has only paid me cents on the dollar, and I literally don't know anything about finance. If you do not let those things in the past, all those bad feelings about money dictate your future with money, you will have different beliefs. You'll accept the fact that there's a different perspective that you could take to learn about money. And that is literally why I wrote my book. I didn't write it for any particular reason besides the fact that I needed this stuff out in a book. I was like, I need this stuff out in a book. And then I just so happened to post it on my website for sale. But the book was already made. Like before I even had a website, the book was already made. It is the 28 boss beliefs about money. Those are the 28 beliefs that I use to reprogram my brain. And even in those, I put action points in the book, which I don't talk about to everyone. I'll only tell certain videos I say it. But when you get the book and you read it and you understand the beliefs and you start to think, like, are these things actually true? After you think about those things and you say, oh my gosh, these things are actually true, I give you action items to actualize those beliefs into your life, which is so important, because if you look at money in a certain way, you will never be able to get to a certain place you want with money. So if you want to turn yourself from a believer to a person who can actualize your life, you have to, you can't not have a different perspective on whatever you're trying to do. You have to accept that you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what to do with what you currently have. And you have to admit that you don't have enough to get what you want. Like, you don't have the resources. And that is going to allow you to make different decisions, to open yourself up, release all that tension and pain and trauma you have around, whether that's money or relationships or whatever, and release the traumas and say, okay, I do want to learn about this. And that is how you become a person that can actualize and materialize your life, instead of being a person who's forever dreaming every single morning, just dreaming. If you want to get that book, it is down below. It is very easy to find. I already put the link there, but and it's also in the description of all my videos. But that book has helped. Those are the beliefs that helped me personally, and then I just spewed them all into a book. Regardless if you get the book or not, you have to have different beliefs. Let me tell you why. If you don't, let's just say for instance with money, if you have beliefs about money, let's just say you think money is to pay bills. This is a belief I used to have. Money's primary purpose is to pay my bills. I go to work, I get my check so that I can survive. Guess what's going to happen? You're only going to make enough to survive. And sometimes you might make less than you need to survive, because you aren't really thinking about anything else. Your intention and your purpose to make money was to go and pay your bills. It's crazy because you work 30 days in a month and you get paid twice. You show up to work and work 8 hours over and over and over 30 times, and you only get paid twice. And so I had to change that belief from, okay, my money's primary purpose is to pay bills, and I changed that belief to my money's primary purpose is to make more money. Did I know about investing and saving? No. But I knew that if I wanted more money, I would have to think different. I would have to have a different perspective, because I don't know what I don't know. I clearly don't have the resources to understand what I need to understand. And I don't have the money to do the things I wanted to do in life. And so once I changed that belief, right? So having money's purpose is to pay bills, and I changed that to money's primary purpose is to make more money. I literally 6x'd. I think I 8x'd. No, I 8x'd my income simply by understanding the difference between those two beliefs. So now imagine if I'm not saying it's going to happen for you, but I'm saying that was me. That was my own personal story. So if you can think of that same thing, you say, I want to find the beliefs that I don't clearly already believe. Like I want to look for I want to know the things I currently don't know about the thing I want, because clearly I don't know what I need to know. Clearly, if I knew how it worked, I wouldn't be struggling with it. If I knew what I needed, I wouldn't be struggling with it. If I had the information, I wouldn't struggle. It's just like, you know how to get gas for your car. You know how to put money in the pump machine. You know how to open up the little contraption to put the gas in your car, but your gas stays on empty with a big fat E. That wouldn't make sense. Why? Because you have the information to fix what you need. You need your gas filled. You know exactly what to do to get your car full of gas. You already know. So that's why you don't struggle with certain things. When you're hungry, what do? You go get food. You know that. When you need to brush your teeth, what do? Get up, go near a sink with water, get a toothbrush and toothpaste. You know that. But there's so many small things that we don't realize, because you're waking up every single morning to go to a job 30 days for a month to get paid twice. Some people only get paid monthly, one time a month. That's not an automatic thing. That's not an automatic belief that we know. That's something we were programmed to do. So if you can say, okay, I want to know the actual steps it takes to make the money I want to make, you're going to fully understand, okay, it's not going to happen with me working 30 days and getting a paycheck twice and not understanding personal finance. It's not going to work. So you start to want to have different beliefs, and that's how you become a person who can actualize the life that you have in your head and bring it to real life and live in it. That is how you become a person that stops daydreaming about your life and you actually get to live it out.